Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is continuing Johnnykin and the Goblins. This is Johnnykin and his Caricatures, the Brigand. Who are you? Asked Johnnykin. We're the figures you drew on your slate in school time, cried the Brigand. We're the caricatures you made, screamed another. Johnnykin saw that this one, who looked very angry, was one of his own pictures of a schoolmaster. This is the way you wanted your precious time. Look at me, don't you think I'm an object? Cried another very badly scribbled drawing of a skeleton or ghost. Now we're going to haunt you. Like everything. Saying this, they all began dancing around Johnnykin and singing, while for music was heard a horrible tune of blows of switches and the crying of boys being whipped. This is very dismal. These creatures are very tiresome, thought Johnnykin. So he looked in his book. I dare say, he continued, there's some way laid down in it for getting rid of them. So he did read his book. Now this boy, Johnnykin, bethought himself to ask the figures if they were not happy. For if they were not, there was in the house a great sponge wherewith to wipe them out. I say, you ungrateful, noisy wretches, cried Johnnykin, haven't you led a happy life? Here, since I drew you and rubbed you out. First rate, said the robber, jolly as sunned boys boo. But suppose I rub you out again, replied Johnnykin. Where would you be then? Utterly gone forever. And there's a great sponge in the schoolhouse. And I see the slate where you live. Here goes. All the figures at once turned as pale as chalk. Marks fell on their knees and began crying for mercy. The robber dropped his weapons and exclaimed, Oh, forgive me, forgive us. You did draw us. You did. Do not withdraw us from life. Oh, don't wipe us out again. Listen to the voice of nature. Yes, do listen to the voice. Please listen to the voice. Oblige us by directing your attention to the voice, cried all the figures. Well, said Johnnykin, since you are polite, you may live. But what becomes of you all? The first time anybody draws a brigand with a lead pistol, said the robber, I shall pass away from this slaty existence and become myself a pencil picture and a better man. A better drawn one. But what becomes of the lead pencil drawings? Asked Johnnykin, who thought this was very curious indeed. They go into the watercolour world, or etchings, and so on to oil paintings and statues. We all keep going on forever. Ah, he cried. I feel it. I know it. Somebody's drawing a brigand now with a lead pencil. Yes, my last hour draws nigh. I know it is. It's a young lady in London. She adores brigands and lives in Russell Square. Every mark she makes draws me near away. My friends, farewell. I shall no longer revel or slumber on the slate. I am led hence. Johnnykin thought the dying brigand, surrounded by the other sketchers, was a touching sight. But as soon as he had faded away, they all bowed farewell and retreated into the slate. So Johnnykin walked on, reading his book, and found this. Now he came to a lone place among rocks and streams, hard by a great wood. There he looked up from his brook, and saw a strange house, like unto a pumpkin. The house belonged to a man, of whom an old song spake thus. Peter, Peter, pumpkin eater, had a wife and couldn't keep her. He put her in a pumpkin shell, and there he kept her, oh so very well. Peter, pumpkin eater, had another and didn't love her. But Peter learned to read and spell, and then he loved her very well. Johnnykin looked up, saw by the roadside a great round yellow thing, which had windows and a door. Over the door was the very name, Peter, Pumpkin Eater, Esquire. And that is that part over with. The next time we continue with Johnnykin, we shall be meeting the Pumpkin Eater and a few other characters, I would imagine. Thank you for listening to this part, and many blessings.